go. Good to start. I hope they started. Anyway, hello everybody. This is Paper Mario All Cards. Quite the category. You have to physically touch every single card in the game. That's the only stipulation. So, this category has gone through a lot of changes semi-recently, within the last year. It has minor route changes, a major route change, which I'm not going to do because it's dumb. And yeah, with post skip, it's just, I'll show you what it is, but it's just really dumb. But yeah, would you like to introduce yourself? I didn't even introduce myself, but you can go first. Alright, and I'm Snoop, but I probably should have said this before. I've been running this game for a little over a year now. On and off. And I've gotten decent at it, to say the least. So the first thing you need to know is that prologue is really boring, and there's nothing to talk about. It's just plot dump after plot dump. And this run doesn't really get started until after chapter 1. There's still stuff to talk about and neat things, but after chapter 1 it really picks up. By very long, I mean like 25 minutes, 20-ish minutes from now. Not 20, like, yeah, 20 to 25. More around 25. This is Bowser. Spoiler alert, he's gonna body us. Sorry. We'll actually show that off right now. Here, I'm not gonna mash A. Yeah, I guess I did. I don't know what happened. I have 2 more hits anyway. So, rip demonstration. Alright, so right here, I'm not gonna mash A. See how far he walks. He walks to about the middle post glass then, on that window pane back there, and if you mash, he just jumps slightly sooner. There, Mario gets bodied. For Veek. I'm so sad, I forgot to make the joke. At the beginning, when I was explaining all cards, I was supposed to say that Mario was going around the kingdom to build his deck, so he can finally duel Bowser at the end. Anyway, that's it. That's all the prologue. God, I wish. Ooh, actually, Okay, I was gonna say, there are these badges called Attack FX badges, and they changed the sound effects of Mario's attacks. So, we get to $300 by the end of, which is not that much farther. If we get to that, you know, 320. Get to $320 by the end of Chapter 7. I will go around and collect every single Attack FX badge for Chapter 8. You get one for free, and that's Attack FXB, and that's because it's right there. But the rest gets to $320. I'll be reminding you every single Peach cutscene, excluding the prologue Peach cutscenes. How was your day, Sloa? Nice. Yeah, it's not really your fault. Reasons. Oh well, I'm glad you had a good run. Yo, we moving. Alright, here we go. We're talking to Goomba right here. I agree. And I talked to Goompapa, and now there's another cutscene. Welcome to Paper Mario. Thanks guys for saying I have a nice voice. My mic sucks, but what can you do? Okay, I guess I'll explain this now. So, coming up is a trick called Junior True Biscuit. The way loading zones work in this game, they trigger that you're actually on the loading zone in the first frame. In the second frame, it actually takes you there. So what you do is do frame perfect jumps, and you can delay going inside the loading zone. This is used 4 times throughout the run. 5 if you use a different route, which I'm not doing. But 4. So it is frame perfect, but that's just a buzzword that speedrunners use, so it's not that bad if you practice. About. The 5th one is bow skip. Ah. Hold on, slow. I'm being really bad. Really? I'll do 2 more. I'll do 2 more. I'll do 2 more. I want to get at least to the first bush to count as 1. I'm so sorry. I know, and I was doing so well. I got a first try twice in a row. There were witnesses, man. There, goodness. So the best part about Junior Trooper Skip is that you have to go to the front of the bush, and then after you go to the front of the bush, it's a frame perfect A press to actually hit the bush. So that skips a fight, but that was way slower than the actual fight, and I apologize. I hope that's not a bad omen that every single LZS will go like that. They're not. That's the longest one by far. So that's the most troubling one. Useful one. I would say fairly well LZS isn't. I don't think it's that bad. But the actual movement, I complain about the movement afterwards. But I also blame my controller for that. So, Jonin. I shacked that, but it somehow counted. Alright. So right here, this path, I think it's called Pleasant Path, it kills new players. Alright, we got swag hammer, so that's fine. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to make any kicks. Or, fortunately, I should say. Because I only did glitchless twice, so yeah. That won't go well. This fight's pretty straightforward. The blue Goomba has 6 HP. The red Goomba has 7. And if you kill one without killing both at the same time, there's a text box. So that's why we do it in the way we do it. Making quick work of that boss. The bosses are kind of uninteresting for the most part. Well, if you play this game a lot, it's uninteresting. Yeah, some fights for sure. I never fought Master not 100%. Well, okay. Without dumb strats. I know you remember that, Bingo. Let's not talk about that. Right here's Goomba King. Same deal. Here to use the boss. It's prologue. I swear I'll have interesting commentary once we're out of this. I didn't need the Goom Nut. Cool. So this will be a little bit slower because I'm dumb. It's not a big deal. Oh, I didn't mention that. Oop. So it's a really, really weird order, but if you actually see the movement between chapters, you'll see why it's laid out like that. There's also more reasons why, but I'll get to that when we get to that. Yeah, if you notice, we do chapter 2 last before 6, so you can imagine how that goes. I want to stare at red splits. There we go. I just like my own time reference. Oh, so I didn't say the most appealing part about running this game. To mash text, you just hold B, and that's the maximum mash speed, if you will. So that's at least one thing going for prologue in this game. Ah. Or you can get a clamp and then use the bathroom some cutscenes. I used to do that. Yeah, so we have the luxury of holding down the button, but we're still too lazy to hold down the button. Kind of amazing. So you're gonna see that I'm spinning everywhere. I guess I'll mention that this is the fastest form of movement. And you'll also notice that I'm just walking in some places. That's because jumping to cancel the animation, the end lag, which I'll show right now. So when you spin, this is the end lag, which is just horrible. So we jump to get out of that, or you can go up a tiny ledge, and that cancels it immediately. So when I walk sometimes, I walk to the perfect position so I can cancel on a ledge. Yeah, it's not really faster RTA to do those. So I usually stay away from them, as well as other runners of this game. But as you can see, there's another cutscene. I swear prologue's almost done. Almost. It's this cutscene, then another cutscene, then a scripted fight, or not scripted if you're bad, and then a glitch, which is exciting. And what is that, Sloa? Never. I tried the old dish, Ultra Hammer skip for like 4 hours. I didn't even get close. No. There's a newish one that you get out of bounds onto a seam, and then you have to do some shenanigans. And then you respawn in the loading zone, sort of. No, under the loading zone, you have to do a blind frame perfect jump to actually get in. And that's the easiest method. Well, to be, we'll discuss this later. This is the boss fight. My boy Twink. Any pie subs in the chat, or I guess Benji sub. Want to do, I think, a Benji happy, please no, or a pie. Is it no pie happy or Benji something? I'm sorry, Benji. I did not say yes. Oh, boss fight. Yeah, there's a boss fight right here. Not much of a boss fight. It's a nerfed Magic Koopa. Has 8 HP. Make quick work out of it. That was it. I'm so sorry, Benji. Oh, can someone change my game? Still on manual, Samuel. I mean, I guess that's a strat because they missed prologue. They're looking for Paper Mario. Okay, here, this is called Black Toad Skip. There are black toads on this side. You'll see them later. And we use this NPC toad, which is mean sometimes, to clip out of bounds over here. Then we navigate out of bounds over there to that house. And then we go behind the toad house, and then navigate as always around the toad house to this loading zone. And that just skips a cutscene. There's a fried char. This is meat. Fried char is not a good item. My Koopa wanted me. Oh, I should probably explain. The reason why we're getting a lot of bad. I'm bad! That's fine. The reason why we're getting all of these coins because we have to buy ED Spin, which is a badge that lets us spin faster. Reminder, this one is for free. That's Attack FX B. This is Attack FX A through E, and I'll get that once we hit 320 in total donations. So unfortunately, I have to do that because I missed a coin. You know, I'm good at this game. Right here is our second partner already. I actually don't know his name. I always confuse him with the 1000-year door guy. I think it's Cooper. Alright, I get him confused with Coops all the time. I didn't split for prologue, but that's fine. Right now this Fuzzy stole Cooper's shell. We have to get it back. And good thing that the Fuzzy is a gambling man, because it wages the shell on this game. And then, spoilers, it gets salty and attacks us. I forgot to go to the shop. Oh no. How am I gonna do this? No, I forgot to go to the shop. I'll power shell and then go really slow. Backup strats, everyone. You don't need HP, so that's good. Yeah. So we got Cooper's shell back. Pretty, I don't want to say useless partner. He sees more use than Goombario, that's for sure. And now you get to see this wonderfully so fight. Yeah, I can flick them. So normally you're supposed to not be dumb, go to the shop and buy 2 paths and 2 fire flowers and use one of the fire flowers for this fight. I'd have to do this. Wasn't at the start. This is why you practice, guys. This is why you don't go to school and have time to practice your speed game. Alright, we did that. It was a slow and perilous journey, but we got through it. I'm actually going to be a few coins up. Mostly because I don't have to buy the second fire flower now. Or, why'd I do that? Fire flower is like 8. I'll push tools 3. Sign, please. Okay, so we're on our merry way. I had to. Yeah, in that shop you're supposed to buy 2 paths and 2 fire flowers. One for the fuzzy fight. And one for I don't know what, but you need it. Now, see that we're stacked in fire flowers, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, here's the fortress. I hate this fortress. I forget how to block. So we fight this guy. It's AFK. And it's literally the only thing we can do, so that's why we do it. Your guess is as good as mine. I prefer, like, I think, this is my opinion, that I think the bumping into is faster. But I'm honestly not sure. Ooh, okay, this badge right here. I didn't even explain badges. Badges are special items you can equip using BP, which when you level up you can see. You can increase the amount of. And that badge is broken. I'll leave till later to find out why. And this is staircase skip. This game, beautifully made. I'm not, so I'm bad. And this side, please, it's been a while. The side of the stairs at the top isn't really modeled, or it doesn't have collision. So you can weave in to the side of the stairs, weave back out, land on the seam, jump out of bounds, get to the second story, and that activates this cutscene. I do wish I was playing better though, but I guess that's alright. As long as I'm not unbearable to watch. Oh, Slow it died. We hit this hard block right here. For reasons. And then we get the second best partner in the game, Bombette. A Bombette is a bomb bomb. He blows up. That's all you need to know. Oh, yeah, I'm glad it was put out so fast. Ah, Calamar. We don't use a fried jar here. Unless you're talking about the jail fight one. So, yeah. So, we actually, because of Junior Koopa skip, missed out of 20 experience. 20 experience that we kind of need. So we just had to beat that guy up. And right here, if you hold up, Mario turns around during this cutscene. And we have to first strike this Barracuda with a bomb. It could be tricky at times. Especially when the Barracuda is completely blind. Now whatever. I'll take the L. So it turns out that the Koopas wear glasses because they're blind. I learned that today. They're selectively blind. Alright, since I used that Thunderbolt earlier, you're supposed to use it if a Fright Jar fails, and if it doesn't fail, use it on the first Junior Troopa fight. But luckily it didn't fail, so yay. And we level up here conveniently. We just hit that guy with a bomb, so we can save FP. I apologize. My head's in the clouds. I've been wondering that for over a year. There's something some casuals don't know. If you play, what was it, jump rope? Yeah, jump rope with these guys. Then you can get 10 coins. It's rather useful. And useless at the same time. But it's neat. Homage to Mario Party 2 and 1. I'm cutting you off left and right and I apologize. Alrighty. If I get annoying, then say so. So, coming up, right here, are the infamous or famous, whatever you want to call them, high jumps. You go to the edge, and then you do that. You jump around these blocks. It skips having to watch the cutscene. I failed it. That's the first time in months I failed a high jump. And of course it happens now. Roughly 30 seconds. That's not bad though. I'd say it's as much as the first one, but I won't go for it this time. I don't want to risk it. So you can do it for both. The second one's obviously a little bit trickier because you have little room to work with. Yes, this is not considered a glitch because you're not really skipping a trigger. Mostly. If you skip story triggers with something that isn't intended, because we found out, by we I mean I think Rain and Glower, they found out that talking to Goompapa before Goompa, or Goopa before Goompapa, excuse me, is a story trigger skip. So, yeah. It's any nonsense you use to skip story triggers. These Koopas are fun. They react like any normal being would. Being terrified if that happens to you. Well, yeah, sure. But they feel out around, they're terrified, they probably got a heart attack. Poor thing. Apparently I wasn't holding down B. How do you guys enjoy this run so far? These bullet bills are kind of terrifying because they come at random intervals. Right. So we made quick work of that with 2 paths, giving us a little bit extra experience because of the actual bullets. And we're off to the first major boss. Are you ready? Oh, I would also like to say that from here until Huff and Puff, I practiced today, so we're gonna be cool on that. Hopefully. By here I mean after chapter 1. I guess I kinda lied to you. So this robot guy, 10 HP, 1 defense. You can make quick work with him with 2 power jumps and a palm. I know, right? These guys, I honestly have no idea how much HP they have. I think it's 5 each. But because we killed the first phase with Mario, we get Bomb It immediately. Otherwise, they'll just attack. And then we a power block and then a fire flower. And oops, that's the chapter 1 boss down. So you can see these strats aren't too bad, except for maybe, well, strats for bosses aren't bad at all. So that's chapter 1. After chapter 1, and a little journey back to Toad Town, we get a Speedy Spin badge, hopefully. There's a 75% chance that it's inside the shop. It's called a Speedy Fail if you don't have it there, because it's a low chance, right? And the worst anyone has ever had, to my knowledge, was me with 9th try Speedy Spin. So it wasn't there 8 times in a row. And on the 9th try, it was there. Let's hope we don't PB in that aspect. God, I hope I don't PB. This is the really first part of an interactive Peach segment. It's basically a cutscene. Again, I'd like to remind you that if we get to, I'm going to reduce it to $300 donated. I'll be getting, by the end of Chapter 7, if we get to $300, I'll be getting every single Attack FX badge and equipping it for all of Chapter 8, which is a hoot and a holler. It's an insanely small chance. It's like 0.00 or 0.0001 something % chance. Which is hilarious. Oh, the game stopped. Oh, there we go. That was a weird buffering period on the stream. Thank you, Benji. Yeah, that low. Needless to say, I had to reset that run, because I was more than 4 minutes behind. So on our journey back, there's the last little trek we have to do without Speedy Spin. That's a lie. It's the last, second to last one we have to do without Speedy Spin. The last is at the end of the game. Have all the coins, goodness gracious. But first, before we get to the badge shop, we have to beat up this idiot. Oh, slower. Over here. Can you remind me to save? Like, all the time. Thanks, bro. So this fight could be half a turn faster if I didn't completely fail the combat trick. But that's fine. Instead of power jumping there, you would have used the Thunderbolt. But instead, we have the hammer. Unfortunately, we can't push this idiot in the river and drown him, so we never have to see him again. So we just leave him here on the road. So Twink talks to us, gives us information that we're gonna promptly ignore. Here is Speedy Spin, please. Be here. It is here. I'm genuinely surprised. Sure. So you can see that we can spin for much longer and much faster, which is good for speed. You will see the sour please in like, or you'll know why I sent the sour please in like 20 seconds. If I can type it. Thanks, bro. Mount Rugged isn't too bad. The goal of Mount Rugged right now is to get a seed and get Paracarry. To get Paracarry, you need 3 letters that are scattered across the first part of Mount Rugged. That's my goal right now. So after this train, I'm going to save for no reason. Just a save, you know. And here's the best partner of the game, which is Paracarry. The best in terms of utility, not the best in terms of my opinion. That comes later. So he asked us to get 3 letters, like I said before. And we're going to abuse this little animal down here so we can get some drugs, healing items. And this is a powerful item. Heals 25 HP and 25 FP, and we get 2 of them. It's really useful. It's basically a full heal. It's the equivalent of hitting that art block. Oh, I thought I completely missed that letter. Loba doesn't know the power or meaning behind Speedy Spin and Mount Rugged, because in other categories, you don't have it here. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, I can't say that anymore. So here is interesting trick. It's called Paracarry Seed, Early Seed, whatever you want to call it. You hold a specific angle, and then you do a neutral reset, so that Mario can do that, and then you do what are called hammer cancel jumps, which increments your way inside of inside of the wall, and then if you spin and hold left almost immediately, then you can flip through into a rock. Except I'm garbage, so this is another one of those tricks that I practice and got like first try every single time, except now. I don't understand what's happening. I want to show this off, but at the same time I don't want to spend too much time here. There we go. It saves not much time in this category, but in other categories it saves around a minute. So that was sloppy, but as you saw, I managed to see right, so I can undo the neutral reset, so I can navigate out of bounds to get that seed with that Paracarry. Unfortunately, that was probably just as fast or slower than getting Paracarry and backtracking here. But what can you do? It's a cool trick and I wanted to show it. So we're getting the last letter. Right here. Sometimes Cooper doesn't spawn and you can't use him. I don't know why. It doesn't work. But he spawned that time, luckily. And we're gonna get another Wacka here. Shoutouts to Illumina25, I think. His numbers. Sorry. He likes the Wacka. He almost cried during 100% because he had to hit the Wacka 9 times. Illumina. A friend. So we got Parakarry right now because we have his mail. I didn't explain the seed. I'll explain the seed after I get the second one. Yeah, I don't know why. If you give the yellow seed... So the seeds are used to get into Chapter 6. And if you give the yellow seed to the Toad, then soft luck, because this is a good game. Or if you give the yellow seed to the Toad, not last, then you soft luck. And that's no bueno. Here's an infamous brew house trick. I'm really bad at it without sound, so let's see how this goes. Okay. Okay, so that was the only thing that went well in this entire run. I got second try. So that is an infamous trick found by Bone Crusher. 1022. Good friend. He doesn't run this game. But he found a lot of stuff. Oh, okay. I'll explain Blue House Skip and then I'll explain why I'm destroying this blooper. I don't know how many that was. I'm just gonna shell shot. So Blue House Skip, it's basically a frame and pixel perfect jump. And if you get on top of the house, you clip in, and you're supposed to only have access to that after you get the key. Only after Chapter 5. So we get to skip Chapter 2, 3, and 4 in normal play. I couldn't count, so I just did as much as I could. Yeah, we just do it right now. You'll get bodied. You're not ready for the Lava Piranha, which is the boss in this chapter. That's another reason why we go to 3, because it's more manageable. Also, because there's a special badge there that makes Power Jump even more broken. Yeah. So any category really good at Chapter 3, you get it, because it's that good. And because it's good. And you can annihilate Bowser with it. 100% is a fun category, by the way. I enjoy playing it a lot. So we got Sush. Alright, go. So we got Sushi. He wants us to save the Yoshis, but we're just gonna bail and get that badge instead. That badge is Power Quake. It's a good badge, I would say. It does 4 damage fully charged to all ground enemies. And regular gameplay. Because you can get mega quick, right? That's all the way in Chapter 6. And 100% you use it for literally one fight. But that's generally funny. Ooh, good luck. So two Paraquakes kills every single one of these Dark Koopas. And I got a fire drop, so that was lucky. And we're getting hit on purpose because that badge we were talking about, it increases Mario's attack power by 4 once you're in peril, which means when you're at 1 HP. And it just so happens that these guys do 3 HP. So we get first struck 3 times, body them, and then all is well. I used the wrong item. Rip time save in chapter 6, but oh well, that's not that bad. Yeah, you just a clubber. Oh, well, they're different clubbers. But you bump into a thick guy with a spiked club. Ooh, that was a fast switch. Alright, this trick, I'll either get it first try or 27th try. It doesn't matter how much I practice it. This trick's dumb. This is record skip. You get this weight early by jumping into this hitbox of this boo. And that's basically it. This it sucks. It's so overpowered, it saves like a minute. But it's harder than BHS, harder than Clip. It's the hardest trick in this category. Oh god. That was bad, but I still saved a lot of time. Because if we get the record, we have to watch this cutscene, get a minigame, watch the cutscene, do the minigame, go back over there, watch another cutscene, do another minigame. It saves a lot. But it's hard. It's hard. Now 30th try, that's pushing it. I would say like 15th, saving like a second or something. It depends how fast your tries are, of course. Yeah, definitely. That was like, I didn't count. I want to estimate like 6th, 7th try that was, which is acceptable. I'm not even kidding when I say it looked simple, but that's by far the hardest trick in this category. Like I literally spent more than 6 hours trying to do it, and after the 6 hours I got the exclamation point to show up. So it's hard. Is this not even a sub 1 bow? That's really bad actually. Fun fact that I learned recently, you can directly jump onto the second step over there. I don't know why or how. I guess Mario just clips up. I think it's neat. On the stairs, you can just jump up on the second one. So I completely ignored the fact that we got super jump, or super shoes. Both a spin jump. That's it. And basically. Yeah, it just bumps you up. Or clips you up. That was odd. Speaking of clipping, I thought it clipped me to the side, but it didn't. So I just jumped like an idiot to the left. Completely understandable though. Imagine plugging him, but not me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, wait. Okay, so I should show this off. No. I should show this off. So, you can actually skip all that mansion shenanigans with this LZS right here. This is called, yeah, this is called bow skip. It's not that bad, but I'm bad, because, yeah. So, you do that, and then you wind up on this side, and you don't have to have bow or this gate. And that makes, like, the actual skip isn't the hard part. That's technically not even that hard to do the route. It's just that, yeah, the luck that you need at the end game is kind of dumb. So that's why, if you run this game, don't do this. So right now, in this room, there's actually a cutscene that Tubba Blubba comes and meets this ghost lovingly named Stanley. So what we do is flip into that house by doing these weird jumps. I don't know why it works. And then we paracarry. We go on top of there, navigate out of bounds to skip the trigger for the cutscene. It is called Stainless Save. I call it Stainless. That's the only, pretty much the only trick in this game we don't have to skip afterwards. We're saving a life. He's dead, but it's a life nonetheless. Shut up, we saved him. This is a mansion, it's just movement. Not really anything to talk about. We upgrade Paracarry here because he's not ripped enough and he needs to get shredded for late game bosses. Besides that, it's just, like I said, it's just movement, but we're at 1 HP, so it's kind of scary, but not really. That being said, I'm gonna save. Yeah, yellow. If I die, I apologize to every runner after me. Do chapter. Chapter 7 is the chapter of the doors, you'll see what I mean when we get there. And chapter 8 is just your heart's pounding. Fun fact, if you stand there, I don't want to test it because I'm paranoid, but if you stand there, that club won't actually hit you. Bad movement. Almost used a wacko, that was almost disastrous, goodness. So what I wanted to do was spin here, spin up, and then spin around him. So I can unlock the door without getting that counter, but eh. Alright, that's the badge that we use for the rest of the run. Except my man Bowser, but it's, well, in this category it's not that bad. So those guys are idiots. We awake all of them. Oh, I'm commentating my stream delayed self. It's over here. We have to run away from this guy, Tubba Blubba. We do it in a nice way by clipping, not out of bounds, but sort of out of bounds. Saving a little bit of time on the escape. Yeah. Oh. It looks so sketchy. Also, if you play Wii U, you save 5 minutes on this cutscene. Oh, this lag. It's worse than Oot, dude. That's like actually 15 frames a second. My computer can rub go faster than that. That should tell you something. So we spin around him. Oh, it's a laptop. So we spin around him, and then we use a weird property of Barrett Clary to go way more height than we have any business getting. And yeah, that just saves going around, going down the stairs. Ooh, bad luck. Wait, hold on. Okay. Sorry. That was scary. Yeah, so that text box, it has a timer that's completely random when it starts. So you either make it without that text box coming up, or you can make it with that text box coming up, and you can have the same movement, you can have task movement, but it just depends on the timer. It's complete luck. Also ignore that Goomba. So yeah, if I got damaged by that Goomba, that would have been RIP estimate. Almost, yeah. God dang it, I'm so bad. No, chapter 2 because I saved. But if you didn't save, if you die here, it's chapter 1. I didn't. Wait! I saved, it's fine. No. I did the menu, but I was dumb. I thought I didn't use the honey syrup, but I did. Or the maple syrup. I'm sorry. God dang it. There's a train wreck around. I'm having fun though. I don't care if anyone well, that's not what I meant to say. I don't know if anyone else is having fun. I meant to say that, I swear. Reasonable engineering. No. So how are you, Jet? Actually, before you answer, I can see the power of Mega Rush. This heart has 50 HP, we have to get it down to 40. I was big chilling there, reading chat. Hi. I'm sorry, Benji, but at least you're a zombie. Same time. I mean, the zombie is dead. It's just it's just an animated corpse. He's still dead though. Anyway, Type of Blubba with his heart is a joke. You just jump on him and he's dead because 1 Power Rush, 2, this was supposed to be a joke fight. Because the lore is Type of Blubba is actually really weak, but he got rid of his heart and locked it in that windmill to make him invincible. Which sounds gory, but they pulled it off somehow. Alright, so I'm gonna equip Power Quake, that's not Power Quake, and Speedy Spin. To get our speed back, I'm gonna save. And this is gonna be our second LGS. And this skips the cutscene. Too bad I'm garbage at LGS today. Never mind. So that right there just skips the Peach cutscene. And we could be our merry little way. On our merry little way to chapter 5. We beefed up a bit, so we got Mega Rush. We can handle Lava Piranha now. This volcano is pretty interesting. You're only supposed to get in here after you save the Yoshis, have the Ravens build you this little zip line down there. We can clip out of bounds with this guy, my man Paracarry. That's why I said he's the best character in the game, utility-wise. Because clips for days, he's jacked. Fun time. You ride the seam, fail the trick. Hold on, one moment, please. Just one moment. Another moment. Hey Benji, can you raise the estimate by 5 minutes? Thanks, bro. That was a joke. But let's actually be careful this time. Make sure we're all the way at the back scene. And then spin off here. Go behind the lava. Not be terrible. And we can go to the volcano early. That trick is not hard. Not bad. But as bad as that was, that still is endless time. You'll just have to trust me on that. And here, if I'm fast enough, yeah, I can make this cycle. So this is an important item we need right here, which is Fire Shield. We need it for the final boss fight. Reduces fire damage by 1. Kinda useful. Right here is an invisible life stream very shortly. This is called Puzzle Skip. You line yourself at the edge of that, and then you land on the very edge of the other side, and you can just skip that entire puzzle. You're supposed to push blocks and then make this dam sort of thing. I've never done that before. You make this dam thing, and then it dries out the bottom a little bit, as you'll see right here. But it's just unsafe, you know. There's a lot of little tricks in this game. You wouldn't give too much thought for it. But yeah, that was Ultra Hammer that we got. Allows us to break that. And this boss, Lava Piranha, first off we have to get to 1 HP, which we do on these upcoming fire bars. And then after that, that's not enough damage to beat him because he has 2 phases, you know. So he has 2 phases. The first phase, you actually need to lose your life stream, as you'll see later on. Getting ahead of myself though. Actually, if you spam, not really spam, but time your C rights, you can take multiple damage at once. Welcome back. Here's a trick I always go for but never get. Yeah. So, you're supposed to... You saw that text box. If you go to the edge of that rock, because this game's well made, you can do that. But if you do it from far enough, you can actually skip the Colorado text. I don't think it's pixel perfect, but it's definitely finicky. I always go for it. No, but that's why it's Lava Piranha. It's Lava Piranha, it's fine. It's fine, it's Lava Piranha. Yeah, because you have to block. I'm bad at piranha, lava piranha when I have the ball. So we die. But that's why we got the life shroom. And it just so happens that his second attack and third attack bring us back to peril. Pretty nice coincidence. Nice forget. I'm gonna fully charge this even though I'm positive I don't need to. But in case I'm wrong. But yeah, power bounce. Let's squirt him. Let's squirt him. So, we squirted him. Even though it's grass, fire should be neutral, but whatever. It was super effective nonetheless. So you can make quick work out of any boss with Mega Rush and Power Bounce. Took a while to think of. And yeah, that's chapter 5 down. So in total we completed 3 chapters. Ooh. I guess I'll say a little fun fact. You can't actually, or more accurately, LZSing into this car doesn't do anything. So that's why we straight up grab it. Yeah, the only one that you can add to our LTGSing is the chapter 6 one, but it's dumb, and you'll see why. I'm kinda scared because my best possible time right now is like a 3:05. I have half the run left. Oh yeah, this volcano is erupting. This star saves us. Colorado's dumb, tries to be greedy. But out of the kindness of her heart, Star saves her anyway. I'm actually split here. I don't want to say how far behind of my PB I am, because I'm embarrassed. But let's just remember that this is a fun time. I'm 7 minutes right now. This is a Peach cutscene. I would like to remind you again that the total donation number reaches $300, I'll be getting every single Attack FX badge. It'll be a race against the clock to the estimate at that point because I've been playing poorly, but I'm sticking to my guns. So this peach cutscene, you walk, obviously, and then you have to do this game show. This game show is about information of Chapter 6, but we're not going there yet. We're just putting this information in our back pocket, and we don't actually have to win. But if you actually mash A this entire sequence, you'll win the prize, which is a jam and jelly. There's an extra text box. I never got sniped by him, only when I waited. Group Patrol's actually the final boss. Yeah, luckily I have 200 IQ, so... I'm not sure if it's worth tying them, because you can get the 9th one wrong and then the 10th one right, and then you'll tie them at one point, but who knows. Yeah, tying them, you both lose. I kinda wanna get a coconut, but at the same time, menu. Nothing. I did not press B, mister. So we talked to Colorado because he's hoarding the last seed. We have to bribe him a little bit. Yeah, because we have this little pipe. Yeah, Colorado has practice goods, which I'm kinda jealous of. We're going to Shy Guy's Toy Box Chapter 4. Yeah, Chapter 4 is a really short chapter. I'll be in and out, hopefully before, or under 10 minutes. Basically, fight the, you know. So this chapter is riding trains and fighting bosses. I enjoy. It's like chapter 6 from Thousand Year Door. So let's bit. So Parakarry's dumb. Just remember that. No jump from. I dropped 0 frames already. Apparently. I know. I saw that before. So every single glitchless runner is jealous of this trick right here because you don't have to deal with that balloon guy. And we get that frying pan so we can trigger chapter 4 essentially. So there's actually no boss when we came here in the first place. But since we got that frying pan, it triggered this area. I'm gonna save here because it's boss. There's a chance that I could die and it's not my fault. Unlike everything else that happened in this game so far. Yeah. So it's pitch black. This guy shows up. I didn't really talk about caps because it wasn't that relevant yet. But in this game, you can't power bounce forever. There's a limit for each boss that you get capped on. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just the game says no more. So if I get capped at 4 bounces on this boss twice in a row, then it's over. Hopefully that doesn't happen. And of course we manipulate blocks so we can go into peril. That's the gist of most bosses. Right. So I didn't get capped there, so I can beat the boss. Unless I royally screw up or get 3 capped. Unless you royally screw up or get 3 capped. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just do it again, move on. This one's a train wreck. I'm a professional. Can you believe I'm 7th on the leaderboard? That's a lie. Can you believe I'm 8th on the leaderboard? With this skill on display? That's my fault though. Actually, not really. Anyway, we could do this again. It's not that bad. We got WVC and an N64, everybody. I didn't want to John until the end, after I missed my estimate, but I got destroyed by school. Which is mainly the reason why it's so bad. But I'm enjoying myself still. This game is fun to play. If I get this first try, I'm doing it in 50. Okay, good. So I never hit that lantern first try. I don't know why, but the day I do, I'm gonna retire from this game forever. I swear to you that I never hit that first try in my life. Well, I never hit it first try fast in my life. Like if I lined it up, obviously I can hit it first try. So we get Watt. Watt's impressive. What? The ball of electricity. The ball of electricity does 4 damage after the upgrade, piercing, so it ignores defense. Which is useful for this boss coming up, because it has 2 defense. I should save. I know. I got it. I got it. After you said life points, I got it. I might have just quit after. Or kept going because that's an record. $250 something by Ryoma. And my PB is, believe it or not, a 301.23. I don't know if you believe me, but this fight's interesting. There's multiple phases, but we body each one of them because we're in vertical health. Oh yeah. Let's say, talk about version differences. It's really relevant in this chapter. So, N64 is, that's good. It's in the middle of the ground. You have lag in some places, but it runs nicely. VVC, faster in prologue, but that's it. And you drop inputs like candy in this chapter. And it goes like 5 frames a minute, the volcano in chapter 5. And Wii U VC, almost completely lagless. It's essentially lagless, but there's a little tiny bit of input delay. Because Wii VC is good. So the reason why I mention that now is because on this boss fight, there's a lot of lag, and you drop inputs all the time in Wii VC, which is fun. Slow, did you know that you can hammer instead of a second jump? Yeah. That doesn't help much, but it helps. Not faster, but on Wii VC it's safer. So yeah. Oh, I was talking about general guy. Yeah, instead of these 2 jumps I'm doing right now, you can use. Anyway, we make quick work with him. He has 2 attacks, the bomb and the lightning. The lightning's slow. The bomb's sort of fast. Ideally, you want 2 bombs, but you get what you get. And coming up is actually another LZS. I'm not going to save, as dumb as that sounds, because the save block is at the other side of the universe. And it's not, I'm going to jinx it, it's not that hard of an LZS. It's 4 jumps to the right. How did I spin? You saw that? Well, not yet, but... Okay, that was kind of sketchy. I don't know how I did that. Anyway, that was... As you can see, sometimes the hammer just doesn't. And that was one of those times where it just didn't. I need to split at some point. See my some of this. That's possible too. Okay, that's chapter 4 down. Right now we're going to chapter 2 after all this time. And we're kind of geared at this point for chapter 2. That's going to be a breeze. I was going to jump on it after that hit. That was for my pride. If we go in this forest called Forever Forest, there's paths you take based on hints in the background. But we just need to come in and leave to get the seed. If we do this, we need to do this now or before chapter 2. Because if we do this in a chapter 2 state, then we get blocked in the first screen and we can't get the seed. And then you cry. Yeah. Now we're off to chapter 2. After this riveted fight that I'm gonna save for no reason. Pretty much. Yeah, you don't have to grab the pull string. Yeah, so... There you go. You'll see. Good, and that's because we're not. Just showing off my hundo knowledge. Yeah, like Sloa said, it's pretty much a completed state of chapter 2. But we still need to we still need to touch the card. So that's why, one, we're coming here in the first place. And two, that's why we need to grab the super hammer. Essentially. Well, it's accurate until the third blooper, because you don't fight it. It is unnecessary, but I'm dead. No jumps? Or... Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. I need to be in peril throughout this entire dungeon, but I kinda got screwed, and a heart kind of ricocheted into me. Oh, I need to, on the next stone jump fight, glad it happened now and not the last stone jump, because that's where the real problem is. So on this next fight, I need to do a little bit something different. I'm just gonna refresh, take the hit. And I go on the edge of this pedestal to avoid what just happened to me. They all are. They all are. Good puzzle, by the way. You just, since you have the Ultra Hammer, you could just hit that block. You read it, man. That was the last of the stone jumps. Actually, I forgot to upgrade bomb bed, so let's do that now. Alrighty, we're on our merry way. And since we got the super hammer, wait, TS, I'm not. Okay, alright. Since we got the super hammer, you can see that this floor is closed. I'm actually not sure what happens when you put the, I don't know what they call it, the stones in the pedestals, and then get the super hammer. I assume it's no bueno. I'll test it some other time. If you put them in and then get the super hammer, I don't know if they'll stay there or disappear. Anyway, this is the second chapter boss of the game. Kind of a joke because we're a little bit overpowered. And right here is our last LZS. So get hype for the last LZS. I'm gonna save because it's right there. I don't want to regret it. I had to fight that idiot again. This one's awkward. But I'm good. So you have to do 2 full jumps, and it's kind of weird. You can't go too far into the door, otherwise you'll bonk your head, and it's weird. And then you have to do this little tiny short jump at the end, otherwise you'll activate the card, get the cutscene. And I'm actually not sure what you do in that case. Besides that. Oh, that's a cactus I just ran into. I just know that getting that bad is gonna down the line. No? I don't know how, I can't foresee it. I just know it's gonna happen. So right now we're on our way to chapter 6, but before we do that we need a special badge. A special magician. Or a wizard. That's the Quizmo. He refuses to show up in an important category where we need him. "100% is a trip." Alright, so this is quick change. That was also a demonstration why you never spin into any item. Just chill there. Till spin animation's over. So quick change allows us to change partners without losing the partner, or without losing a turn basically. Now you get it in all cards. So after we talk to Best Girl, we have to go to chapter 6, which what everyone thinks is the worst chapter. It's just movement. That's basically it. Movement, heart attacks, and that's it. Let's see. Yeah. Which is unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? There are tricks that you can do to make it a little bit faster. It's not significant. You could do early lackey anyway to skip a cutscene, but no one does it. Besides me that one time. I might do it now, but no, okay. It's one of those where I gotta first try and practice, so I'm very, very scared of doing it. So I'm just gonna refrain from doing it. I'll try it once. That was almost bad. So each one of these moles has 12 HP, and since they're so over level, they give us a lot of XP, as you can see right there. They give XP depending on Mario's level and how many of them there are. Those are the two factors. I run. I remember what I do. I haven't done this method in a while. I usually get Kuma. I'm not supposed to hit them first. Not like that. Hitting the... I've heard it from time to time. Not from you, but... So that happened. So that strat was affected by what you do in chapter, or your RNG in the series, all the way back at almost the beginning of this run, before you get sushi. I'm gonna eat this whacker for a while. You actually use both whackers in this chapter. So everybody calls it death room. I should probably save. It's just that yeah, mostly because this B is jacked. If you first strikes you, it does 6 damage, which is, you know, horrible. It can also smell fear. Just gonna... So that was that room. There are maneuvers, as you saw, to get around them, but it's still pretty scary. I'm gonna talk to your third best girl right here. She just wants her Aquafina water. So this chapter 6, everybody hates it. One, because it's basic, yeah. There's nothing interesting happening. You just move. Another reason is that it's just a giant FedEx quest. Talk to people, you deliver stuff, you backtrack. You see this room way too many times. Kinda makes it sick. All that fun stuff. Does it? I haven't seen that category in a minute. So Lakitu, they also have 12 HP. And they can either throw a Spiny at you, which they do, or spawn a Spiny, which it slightly affects the experience, but nothing too major. Yeah, but it's not that bad. You level up in the right places anyway. No, Realm Warp is a lot different, yeah. Yeah, they're quite diverse. The category slow used to main doesn't play this game much. Is no Realm Warp. I don't like it personally. I actually think it's dry, but a lot of new players love it. I'm going to the death room again. I'm not gonna save. Wish me luck. It's basically, eh, it's a good category. I'm not gonna admit, I'm not gonna say it's a bad category because I don't like. Like it's a good category. And if you want to learn this game with glitches, that was odd. It's on the length here, so we're talking about this because Chapter 6 is there's nothing to talk about. You just move. I mean, don't take advice from it. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we have our infinite water gem. Dude, the orb, what was it? Have you watched the Orb of Tornami? Have you seen Challenge Showdown? Have any of you seen Challenge Showdown? Anyway, this is the Orb of Tornami. I need to change my split name. The mystical Shangon Wu. We just give it away. I'm a nerd if you couldn't tell. That's not true. Okay, so this bubble berry we give to a bubble plant. It makes a bubble. And it's across a spike pit. I'm gonna try once to skip the cutscene. Like actually once. See what happens. You know, after this pit that I have to cross for the third time. Fourth time actually. Do you believe? Okay. I tried once. I was gonna do early lackluster so I can skip this cutscene right here. It doesn't skip a trigger or anything if you do it now. That wouldn't mess up the card progression. Okay, that guy can hit me and there's nothing I can do about it. Glad he was big chillin' on the other side of the planet. Like a nice little bay. Sounds good. You hear it for a collective 30 seconds, but it's good. Did I change badges? Yeah, I did. I did. Well, obviously not then, but way later. Or way earlier. Yeah, it was after I fought the... or before I fought the last one. So this is the casual strat that you want to do for every single boss, essentially. Power jump, shield shot, then you'll win rather quickly. So that was, yeah, that was 50 HP that we just melted. And interrupting you. Yeah, that was tough when I started learning. You know, I learned 2 categories just for a race. They're both bad ones, whatever. I don't think anyone did that race. I don't know why I left also. Slow, I thought that was the perfect play. He thought I was following the route, but I left for no reason. I was like, oh, that category. I had to just solve the puzzle. And then one more fight, and then the final boss for this area. Just Huff and Puff. He's a fun boss. I pressed C down to do the butt slam instead of A. Yeah, I don't know why. Like mid-air, I pressed C down instead of A again. Well, if you're in the right area, I call it the miracle pixel. Okay, I brain farted. If you're in the right spot, I call it the miracle pixel. You can hammer, and then once the Magic Koopa talks to you, you don't turn around, so you just hammer again. It saves almost literally no time. But I think it's neat. That's a lot of my strats in this game, apparently. Badass spook. I didn't have a problem with food, but then again, I'm a good masher. Hello? 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 Again, the hammer just didn't. I was mashing that for a good while, but it didn't make a dent. I don't know if my position was off. Ooh, was I facing upward? If I was facing upward, that would have been more. Yeah, I was. Okay, that's why. So we beat up the cloud machine, and now the big boss of the clouds wants to beat us up. We go into the clouds to beat up the king of the clouds. That's controlling other clouds. And then we go to disc 2. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna take a break here slow, so you can do whatever. I need to drink. Kind of awkward is a good description. By the way, I was right there the whole time. I did get a drink though. Whoa, language. So right here, this is super jump charge. It's kind of a really dumb badge. You'll see why. You beef up and then if you thought we destroyed bosses before, you've seen nothing yet. Wait until you see us not do the right thing and not even heal. Yeah, I saved. You're supposed to use the wacka. Good speedrun. At least you get to see the cupcake in the background. That's not a cupcake, that's an ice cream cone. I actually thought that was a cupcake this whole time. That was a teaser. Now we can actually fight the boss. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's not famous. Let's not talk about Mailman %. Huff and Puff is just as easy as every other boss. Yeah, there's actually a 3% chance, or 2%. I think it's 2%. I can get what's called 3 capped, and after 3 bounces, they just stop me. And if that happens, it's over. So FP is important. Remember that, because I didn't. Yeah. So you can see after we beefed up, we just annihilate him. And there we go, up and pumping zone. So Sasuke, about that hard. But like I said, you can LZS this, just don't. Because you saw how far I had to travel. Well, it does skip a lot. But this is the last beach cutscene we have to do anything in. Unfortunately, it's the longest beach cutscene we have to do something in. Yeah, if I got 4 cap, then I had to switch to para carry and then do a shell shot. But then again, it's it's on different worlds from this category and that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, on glitchless is the same fight, I assume. Except you're more ripped. Yeah, no, not really. So we use the body snatch technique to take this guy's form, and then we have to go up, and then down, and then up, and then up. What? Body snatch technique is Dragon Ball, dude. Ginyu. Yeah, Captain Ginyu. So we have to... I already explained this. It's a beach cutscene. Ooh, what I can explain though is coming up there's a trick called Flippy Boots. It's infamous mostly among players because they get intimidated by it a lot. Actually not that bad, but now that I said that, it's going to be catastrophic. And what we do is I think as a frame perfect menu opening. I think it's something like the first and third frame, but not the second, something like that. I don't know. You have 2 frames to do it. And after that you go on to, I'll show you after that. But you need to do it because you don't have the Ultra Hammer anymore. Once you get the Ultra Boots, you have to have the Ultra Hammer. But yeah. I told you the speech cutscene was... It's only like 3 minutes too, which is deceptively short. Actual billions. Oh, your language. PJ, man. I was lied to. I mean, I don't swear anyway, but... Oh, well. Rip, PJ. Or it doesn't change my commentary at all. Well, it's in anyways. Anyway, we're gonna make our way down to the sewers. And there's actually a chance I can soft lock if I'm bad, so I'm gonna save. Just ride sushi over. Alrighty. Obviously, the reason why we couldn't get Ultra Boots earlier was because we needed... Again, that happened again. I shacked the guy, but I still get hit. We need Lackluster. We have this folks. Sounds pretty comical. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to activate the fight and go inside the partner menu again. Or go inside the partner menu on the same frame. I'm having difficulties with it. Even with my... I know, everything I get first try. Just... It's a Murphy's Law of all cards runs. We need to lure this guy because he's annoying. Then we can clip into here, jump on top of that, line ourselves up, and then we clip inside that block. And that skips having to get Ultra Hammer. So if we do skip the Ultra Hammer, you can still get the Ultra Boots. It's not that bad if you practice a lot. It's definitely, I would say newer players definitely overestimate its difficulty. But they go for stuff like Junior Drooper Skip is infinitely harder. It's still difficult, but it's not as hard as people make it out to be. Seven. Okay. We go to the end of chapter 8, or chapter 7 by doing this. I wish it was the end of chapter 8. Yeah, it's pretty fun. So, what Peach Warp is, we activate this Peach cutscene again in chapter 5, and it counts as activating the Peach cutscene for the next chapter, which in this case is chapter 7. So we come over here, trigger that, and then it brings us to the end of chapter 7, which skips having to do all the early chapter stuff of chapter 7, which yeah, but it's slow. Oh, I didn't clip far enough. So what do you want to do? Clip your back a little bit on this little angle, then hold left, and then if I actually do it correctly, you'll pop out right. Hey, guess what try I got this in practice? First try, can you believe it? So we pop out over there, and then we hold down right. And then we use this property called lackey clipping. We lock him into one place and then move. The little jerk you saw him do, if we jump on him, and clip through different walls, which is a little bit interesting. Yeah, if I actually failed it, then you would have seen Mario jump back a lot. Or if I did it in a place where you can't clip. So this is the Chapter 7 cutscene. It's the best, probably the best chapter each cutscene ever, because you just hold B. No idea, probably a lot. 5, I don't know. Yeah, now we're here. And that was the end of my practice. So if that was my practice session, you're in for a ride this time. Oh yeah. Okay, before I come in here, count how many doors Mario goes in. So that's 1. Also, by going into that first door, it re-triggers Chapter 7. There's a reason why I call this the Chapter of Doors. Please don't count it loud. That's a lot. The commentary, everybody. Alright, so, not out loud. So right here, this is basically the same thing we're doing for Peach Warp, except a longer distance. We're gonna hop on Lackey over there, mess up his position, and we hop on him when he comes back, and then we clip through the mirror. Yeah, it's 3 frames, but 3 different frames. It's not consecutive. But I think it is frame perfect, but you just have 3 opportunities to do it. Also, this bomb wall, or a hole in the wall, does not count as a door. Long story short, it's a lot of doors, and I never knew the answer because I gave up. God. Yeah, that can lead to... So the reflections are not reflections, they're these guys, duplicates. They just follow your movements perfectly. But if you don't kill them ever, then they just stay there. for the whole ride, except for a few rooms. I don't know why. Yeah, but they're everywhere else. Anyway, it's weird. And it gets kind of trippy sometimes. These are the Squabbles I had to beat up. Yeah, the magic Koopa bounces. Second Clovos. Just up and away. This is an ability you're supposed to have after Chapter 7. But since we technically beat Chapter 7 already, but we didn't touch the card, we already have it. And that's useful. Especially useful for XP management. I think this Clubba is fun because you only have one item. I don't know, in the other route you have a lot of items because you need to use a badge you get here called Triple Dip, which lets you use 3 items in one turn. And you use that for Final Bowser usually, but I'm not going to get that. It's not harder or anything, it's just different strats. And I went to get it immediately after I explained that I don't need to get it. I stopped myself early. But that chest right there, that's Triple Dip. Here I line up my nose with the right side of that. I don't know what to call that. But the right side of that gold placing, whatever, around that little hole. Gold trim, thank you. And I can skip this very, very hard puzzle by doing that. And I was like, when did I first play? 15 when I played this game? I'm not old, I just played it recently. So in here, this is a badge called D up, D down. Or P, D down, P up. One of those 3. We're actually counted, that's insane. So that badge reduces, like it says, it reduces your defense by 1 but raises your attack by 1 per turn. That's nice. I missed. I swear there's something here. Hello? I never missed it that many times. Oh, it was depth perception. But as you can see, and hear, this is towards the chapter. And now you know why. After you run this game for a while, you notice dumb things like this. Because this is an autopilot chapter. I did. I asked for this. Sorry to it. But you gain this knowledge. Also, I like to vent a little bit about something that doesn't matter. That lock, every single lock in this chapter, as soon as you open the lock, you can go through the door. But for some reason, that one you have to wait, like in chapter 1. Again, something no normal human should think about. I need 2 more doors, so 40. Can you push the thing? $40 doors. I know if it was 39 or 41, I would have flipped. So this is a crystal can. Crystal can is kind of jacked, but so are we. It's not a problem. I think it just worked out like that. Anyway, crystal can, 70 HP is ice bits, do 40. I have quick change, dude. It's faster. Yeah. It's faster to switch into battle than out in the field. I like frames, but so yeah, we can manipulate our health like every other boss to 1 HP and then destroy him. And he's basically a slack-in. He attacks every other turn, so that's a nice bonus. He does have other moves. I think he could duplicate himself and heal, but we kind of destroy him. Basically over. Yeah, that was a simplified version. I only had to block 2 out of 4 of attacks. But in No Realm Warp, you had to block 9 attacks, which is hard. It's a wonky timing. It's really hard to get used to. I didn't mention that. There's usually easier strats for a good chunk of these tricks I'm doing. Also, we're watching this cutscene again. Because like I said, the detour brought us to the end of chapter 7. And we just beat chapter 7, so now we're at the end of chapter 7. That did not need to be explained, but it's kind of weird. There is another way to activate chapter 7. but it wouldn't help, is to enter the blue pipe in the sewers to here for the first time. I learned that the very, very hard way, my first 100% run. I lost 20 minutes because of that fun fact. I was not happy. Well, that was my first run, so I didn't care that much, but still. Would have been a sub 6. But that was then, this is now. Yeah, I was there for both times. So this pipe right here, I lied, it wasn't blue. This one's, where's the blue? I could have sworn there's a blue pipe somewhere. I don't know. But if you enter that green pipe, I'm sorry, then you activate chapter 7. Yo, if you donate $35 right now, I'll get to body the estimate even more. By body, I mean reverse body. Right now I'm estimated 4 minutes over. Again, I apologize. We'll get him next time. I'll get one more attack FX badge, because it's almost on the way. It's a slight detour, not as bad as the others. There it is. No. Oh, yeah, actually at the final boss, I have a file with all of them already. So if you're doing it at the final boss, I'll just switch files. It'll be not a legitimate run, but no one cares. So that wasn't that far out of the way. Because there's a star piece right there. And you need one star piece. So I don't feel guilty about doing that. My best possible time? 3:14. Oh, 3:10. Yeah, it's still over as my style. Even though I've done it twice already. Like that. So if I didn't get into the counter, you can see Sushi jump like that. Just forever, for no reason. Yeah, that's with any partner. But I just had Sushi yet. Honestly, if Chuck Wisma was there, I would have done the quiz. I'm not gonna lie. Did you guys have fun? This is the last leg of our journey. Alright, chapter 8. The final chapter. This chapter in other categories, or in any percent specifically, I lovingly call it the casino. Because you just need the best luck to do well. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty much my life philosophy. I'm not bothered by it. I'm just bothered by the fact that if other people are bothered by it. I can scream at you. Well, rip. Dude, we can end before the cutscene. We can end it before the cutscene to make the deadline. That's a good strat. Good save. I'm playing on N64. Actually might do that. If I mess up a lot in chapter 8, then I'll just call time early. That's fine. Do people hear you this entire run? Did people hear you this entire run? Like, don't I have to support that? Hello guys, Slow is with me. I don't know if you'll hear at all the entire run. I just found out my desktop audio is muted. Oh, they could? Well, alright. Well, that's all just perfect. Perfect coincidence. I hit that guy somehow. Huh. You can hear him now though, right? I wasn't muted that long, so... That was like chapter 1, dude. Well, welcome back, Sloa. Even though I've been talking to you this entire run. You said... No, you said some good bits of information. But I just seemed more crazy just talking to myself. Oh, so if you're familiar with this game, maybe you're wondering why we're going here. Well, since you're familiar with this game, or not familiar with this game, and don't know that this game's actually really dumb. So, this game allows you to go inside objects, but not really, as you can see here. And if I tornado jump, I wind up on top of the block. I can para carry over, and that skips doing the entire basement sequence. So that simple skip saves more than 5 minutes, I would say. You were talking about... I won't bring it up. I'm not gonna bring it up, but... That was a cool trick. It's called Fast Blood Rune. It's not really one trick specifically. Spoilers. Spoilers. Spoilers is something like 30 seconds in the future. Again, I saved because I can soft lock it here. if you get, I'll talk about it. So Lackluster is broken. If you ever back turn to a corner like this, then you clip in a little bit, because you can do that. Oop. But Jesus Mario, that's slow I was saying. But if you go under this water here, you actually soft lock. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oh, okay. That went way over my head. So we clip back in, then we go out the bottom right there. Come up here. I almost lost it. And then a Cooper super jump. So when you're out of bounds, you can use Cooper's ability only once and only if you don't jump. You can use his ability and gain incredible height, but we only want it enough to get the key. If you actually leave the E text box up, you gain height forever, which is interesting. So we do that to get the key. Then we have to do that sequence so we don't soft lock because there's an invisible wall by the door. And we clip out over here because Lackluster is broken. Navigate out of bounds onto this seam. And we get to skip all these encounters with the cannons. Is it? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that hammer bro is not nice. And he's also, the bar is low, the starting bar, so you have to mash like a god so you can escape. Which I could do, but if you're another runner with less fortunate mashing abilities, then you can't escape from that fight. So this is a quiz, it's fixed every single time. The answers are 1 1, 2 1 1, 3 2. And if you get 5 of them right, you move on. If you get 3 of them wrong, then you have to fight 3 anti-guys. Which you actually do on purpose in all bosses, because that counts as a boss. For some reason, I don't agree with it, it's kind of weird. But, whatever. I mean, that Nancy guy, it's a Shy Guy's toy box. I would consider that. But somehow don't consider this one a boss. I don't know. I'll consider it a mini boss. Anyway, enough about category debates. We're almost done with this. Got 5 right, we get to move on. Oh my god, they missed your counting, right? In chapter 7. So Sloa has confirmed that there are 40 doors to use in chapter 7. A number I'll try not to forget. I'm gonna take him out. I don't know when I muted desktop audio. I do it all the time except now. Like for stuff like this, but I had it on at the beginning, then I turned it off for no reason. Anyway. Bowser's Castle is kind of straightforward. Yeah, for some rooms. Alright, I'll boost you up in the next cutscene. So we found Princess Peach. We're gonna ride off into the sunset. We're sweet bikes, dude. Okay, I'm gonna murder my ears for the sake of the stream. Can't increase your volume. Oh no. Wait, I can. Okay, he's loud. I'm dying, but how are you guys? Can you hear him? It's something we should have figured out 3 hours ago. Oop, I hope I didn't need any bad swaps. We're gonna fight the Creeper Bros now. They're kind of hard. This is chapter 8. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, this game sucks and it makes us fight Junior Trooper again. Sixth or seventh time. Which is way too much. I wanted to fight him once, twice, that's it. I'm dying, dude. I don't know how they can't hear you. Got 3 caps, so that's good. No, that's not the case because I'm probably incredibly loud. Well, he's maxed out from. Oh, okay. There's one more thing I could do. Just gonna take a brief intermission. Oh my god. I'm dying, dude. This is so loud. I raised the volume. God, that's so much. Yeah, that's what I did. I'm gonna reduce you because Ow. I forgot. So you guys are either dying like I am, or you can't hear him. I'm turning you down, dude. This hurts. X bounce. I hear you want 2 5 bounces, ideally, which won't happen, unless it does, then it will happen. Good commentary. Ooh, I got lucky. So if you get bad bounces, that can be a little bit dicey. Alright, here comes the final battle. But you can't hear him, right? He's just not loud. That's what they're saying. You're killing me. Alright, so here, this is what I was talking about many hours ago when I said that there's one last thing I have to do without speedy spin. We may not be able to see it because, depending on how this fight goes, I want to end this early and not where the actual timing ends. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, you're down by 1.3 decibels on OBS. You're down 1.3 decibels on OBS. Now it was minus 1.3 decibels from max, which is nothing. If that makes a difference, I'm just gonna leave. That's... yeah, should on the fly fixing. I'll do it during the twink fight. I don't know why I stopped right there. Yeah, I'm roughly 5 minutes behind estimate, so I'll stop early. So it could be 1 minute below estimate. Yeah, sort of. I'll just call timing on the star rod. Again, the official timing is after everything. Yo, wait, I found it. Slow it.
What happened?
You're loud. Oh my god, hold on.
I'm loud.
Hold on. I'm gonna body your volume. Alright. Can you hear him?
Okay, can you guys hear me? 1, 2, testing. Kappa 1, 2, 3.
I'm going
I am a
lower
potato.
one.
I am a potato. You guys can hear me. Say Kappa 1, 2, 3. Hey, there we go. What was up? They can apparently hear me now.
You can barely hear you, or
They said they can hear me. It says welcome to being audible.
we figured it out 3 hours and 6 minutes into the run, people.
We're about to be done with the run.
I'm gonna lower you up a little bit though, because you're loud.
So what was the problem?
Apparently, it's switched devices on me.
Nice, dude. I hate it when it does that. Did it swap to your mic?
It swapped to default, which wasn't my headphones.
Yeah, my like, cause like what mine will do is like I used to have an old, my old mic. Like every time I would plug it in, it would swap the sound to my my mic, not my actual desktop audio. That's probably what happened. Did you have to like change your mic at all or something?
No, I didn't change my mind.
Hmm.
But we
That's
figured it
weird.
out before the end of the time, so.
I guess all that matters, I guess. Ow, fuck. So yeah, so this is just literally an auto scroller.
Yeah.
Drink fight is it's really boring. Alright, here comes the second bane of my existence.
Here comes the actual final boss, which is legitimately tough. Not,
Yeah,
not really in casual play, if you play right and if you're geared enough.
yeah. Like, I think 100% is the only time the only time that like Bowser actually gets bodied.
Yeah. Every other category you're not really under leveled, you just get destroyed. You use something wrong. Like
Yeah.
I almost did.
Another thing is like fire is really hard to block.
Yeah, the timings are interesting on Bowser.
Yeah.
That's
If I block the fire, then I'm like I either just got extremely lucky or I don't know.
or you pop off.
Yep.
I find fire to be
like
pretty easy.
I don't know. It was just like in my glitchless run, where I have like 2 hours to save and final Bowser.
Oh, fun fact, you can just spin the control stick and you'll never miss Bowser. Because he's fast.
Really?
Yeah. With shell shot.
Oh, he's talking about shell shot. Yeah. You just flick it. And I always like, for some reason, I forget that I can do that, where I can just flick it and it'd be good.
So yeah. This Bowser fight's going quite well. We didn't get turn 3.
Yeah.
Turn 3 doesn't really matter, but if you get turn 3 and turn 6 beam for Bowser shield, then it becomes dicey.
Yeah.
We're gonna beef up Mario with lots of hidden ability. Keep bouncing him. I have the route up.
Punk ass dude.
We did enough damage. That's
You did
beamless.
enough damage. Wait, what? You did beamless?
Okay. Casual beamless. And we're at estimate, so I'm just gonna call time. So get ready on time.
Like, of course you get beamless on a bad run.
Ready, set, and time. Woo.
Of course you would get beamless on a really bad run.
So, if this was actual RTA timing, I would keep going, and then there's a little bit movement at the end, but that's insignificant. It's roughly 6 minutes to the end from here. I just wanted to stop now so it can be around schedule.
Yep. We also get to do, if we had continued, we also would have done the awesome Luigi skip, which is, frame perfect, hardest trick in the game, where you have to make sure, it's like, it's super, super imperative that you just hold down. Just hold down when you go down the pipe.
Yeah, that's it.
And
You just hold down. Yeah, my
that's all you have to
timer
do.
says 3:10:49 or 3:10:48 something. I don't know. But yeah, I had fun. It was kind of a train wreck, but that's perfectly fine. Thank you guys for watching and donating. I'm not gonna plug myself because I'm not gonna be able to stream because school.
Follow them anyway.
But thank you everybody for watching. Continue watching this nice marathon and supporting it.
Yes.
And yeah, that's pretty much all. Just thank you.
Yeah. Yep. I had fun commentating.
Even though they couldn't hear you.
Yep. I had a fun time anyway.
You did have good commentary.
I did. Are we not live anymore?
We're still live.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
We're just bantering until they switch the screens.
Gotcha. And so if we keep Vincent company, I was here in spirit.
Oh, I guess I
And
should say this would have been 3:16:50 if we kept going, roughly.
yeah, I mean, I definitely did my best at commentary, even though you guys missed all of it.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. It's your computer's fault.
It's kind of my fault, but not really.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys can switch the scenes.